Hello and welcome again. Welcome to Chris's Caribbean Delights. And today we're going to make a favorite snack, a popular snack of chicken tenders. I'm going to use some chicken breast and I'm going to cut them in strips. You can either buy it already cut from the butcher, or you can cut your own. So today I'm going to cut my own chicken tenders from the chicken breasts. Then I'll need to soak those in some buttermilk. If you don't have buttermilk, my substitute is a cup of whole milk and 2 tablespoons of vinegar. You pour that vinegar in there, leave that for about 15 minutes or so, and you're going to see it's starting to coagulate and to get thicker, and it's going to look just like buttermilk. To that, I will also add me some hot sauce. I just add some hot sauce in there. So you see it's already starting to look like buttermilk. Okay, just stir that up, give that a stir, and let it sit for about 15 minutes. And then you're going to pour it on the chicken and marinate the chicken with that for about an hour or 2 hours. Okay, so let's cut our chicken tenders. You get your chicken breast. These are pretty decent sized chicken breasts. There are some larger than this, which you might have to cut. You might have to split it down the middle like that, to get it thinner. But these are some smaller ones. So you just you just cut your strips down from the side, and maybe about a half an inch, or depending on how thick you want them. I like them thinner, so I just do like maybe a half an inch thick, and just like that. Just like that. These we're going to do in an egg batter. We're going to fry them in an egg batter, and we'll go to that step. I'll show you how we're going to put that together. So we just put that away. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and cut these up, and I'll be back with the marinating. Okay, so see you in the next step. Stay tuned. Okay, now that I have finished cutting all my chicken tenders up from the chicken breast, I'm gonna just pour my buttermilk mixture. I didn't have buttermilk, so my substitute was a cup of whole milk, and 2 tablespoons of vinegar, and you let that sit for about 15 to 20 minutes, and just coagulate. And I added a tablespoon of hot sauce in there. So I'm just going to pour this on here. And I'll mix this in and let this marinate for at least a couple of hours. I'll just let this sit in here for a couple of hours, and then I'll be back. In the meantime, you can prepare your tempura, your batter, your frying batter, and put that together. So I'll be back. So here now I'm going to prepare my dredging stuff. So in here you see I have some butter. I'm going to melt this butter, and I'm going to add. I'm using whole wheat panko, and I'm going to also use some regular Italian plain breadcrumbs. So I'm going to let this butter melt, and then I'm going to add the breadcrumbs. It gives the breadcrumbs a wonderful flavor, and makes the chicken tenders, and gives the chicken tenders an extra depth of flavor. So butter, butter is going to do the job. So let my butter melt, and then I'll incorporate the panko and the other bread and the bread and the plain breadcrumbs. And to my eggs, I'm going to add some half and half, and I'm going to whip that up. So I'm going to season my flour. I'll get a cup of flour, 2 cups of flour, and season that with some salt and some black pepper. Okay, guys, so here's my butter all melted, and I'll just add my breadcrumbs in there, and I'll give it a stir. It's gonna absorb all this all the butter that's in there, and it's gonna give it a wonderful flavor. Just make sure it's all absorbed, and most of the all of the breadcrumbs get a little bit of butter in there. Okay, I think you're all coated. Now, another trick I usually would do is I do it with most of my dredging. I add a little turmeric to my breadcrumbs, give it a little color, um, give it a little nice yellow color, that bright turmeric color. It's not going to come out that bright with the whole wheat, but the plain breadcrumbs, the plain panko, it just brightens it up, and gives it a lovely glow. But so this is toasting a little, and we'll just set this aside, and I'll prepare the egg wash. So that's nice, that's good. This is what I'm looking for. Okay, so I'll be back with the egg mixture. Okay, and to my 2 eggs, I'll just add like a 1/4 cup of half and half to give me that so that to make the egg wash. 1/4 cup of half and half, and we'll beat that up. You can also put some seasoning in here if you want, just to give it some flavor. And just put maybe a little bit of salt, or the bouillon, but I just put some kosher salt, just to give it a little flavor in there. So I want every level, every step to be seasoned. Okay, so that's your egg wash. So you want to season your flour very well. I have a little bit of bouillon powder on it already, and I have to put some heat. I'm going to use some cayenne pepper. You must taste that heat. It's a lot of flour, so that's about a tablespoon. Also some paprika. We'll just put some paprika in there. Smoked paprika or regular paprika, but you just need some paprika. Just give it about a tablespoon of paprika in there, onto the flour, directly onto the flour. And I have to have some herbs, so I got like 2 tablespoons of thyme. Right. Get this all mixed in here. You can also use some black pepper. You can put some salt and black pepper. I have the bouillon powder in the flour already, so I don't need to put any salt in the flour, any regular salt in the flour. But I think we're good. We're good to go. So that's your dredging station. So my routine would be flour, egg, panko. Flour, egg, and then panko, and then I have a plate to rest the chicken tenders in once I've dredged them. So we're going to start dredging some chicken tenders right now. So here's my my chicken tenders. They've been marinating for at least about I had them for 4 hours in here. So we take them out, shake off the excess marinade, the excess buttermilk and all that, and we place them in the flour. Place it in the flour, then into the egg wash. Shake off the excess egg wash, and then into the breadcrumbs. Okay, so it's a flour, egg wash, breadcrumbs. Flour, into the egg, shake off the excess, into the breadcrumbs. So we can do a few and just let them rest in there. Flour, egg, breadcrumbs. And then I'll come back and then we start the frying process. See you in the next clip. Stay tuned. Once again, I'll be utilizing the air fryer for some of the chicken tenders. So I have them all prepared here and set in the tray for the air fryer. Air fryer is set to 400 degrees and for 20 minutes. And it's now preheating. So once it's finished preheating, we'll put those chicken tenders in there and we'll let them go. Then I'm going to heat some oil, and I'm going to do some in oil the regular way. And I don't want to use the oven. I can also put some in the oven, but that's kind of much. But you know, you get the idea. The healthy options that you have, the air fryer or the oven, and you can have the oil. So I'm going to preheat some oil and I'm going to start frying some shortly. So see you in the next clip. Okay, so I have my oil that's preheated here, and we'll start to place some of my tenders in here. Do not crowd your pan. They need room to swim around. So I'll do maybe just about just a 5, that's good enough. Nice and bubbly and sizzling. And these just going to take maybe about 2 minutes, and then you wouldn't even need they're deep frying, so you wouldn't even need to flip them over. But you just check to see when they're nice and golden brown, and then you'll take them out. nice and golden brown, or chicken tenders. And we'll just put some more in. This is the first batch. This happens to be the oil option. It's nice and crisp, and it's tender on the inside with a lovely flavor. So we're going to continue, and then I'll show you when the air fryer option is finished, we'll go to that clip. Now it's time to check the air fryer version, the air fryer option. It was in there for 20 minutes at 400. 20 minutes at 400, and they look beautiful. Oh, wonderful. So this is the air fryer option, and I showed you the oil option. So it's just as good and even better. So this is the healthy option, which I will continue to do. Once again, thanks for watching, and I hope you'll try this recipe. It's very simple and with wonderful results. Thanks again. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next clip.